What's going on? It's your main man, EmEz, Power 105's on. I'm hanging out with you, strictly hip-hop. Shout out to Jayyiah, Miss Jayyiah, excuse me. Hanging out with you. Make sure you keep it locked, strictly hip-hop. EmEz, holla at your man.
Tell us exactly what you do at Power.
Oh, it's more of what I don't do would be a better question. I'm at the station by 4:30. Start the Breakfast Club by 5:30 a.m. The Breakfast Club runs till about 10 a.m. I'm making sure that their levels are correct, that you're hearing what you're supposed to hear, making sure commercials are played, sound, songs, and all that. With DJ Self Show, just make sure his equipment is right because he's a DJ. He's making sure he spins right. He does Topic Time. Shout out to DJ Self Topic Time, world famous. Make sure I edit calls and things of that nature. But my own show is just me pressing buttons, talking to the tri-state area. I'm learning and more and being around people like Charlemagne and Envy and Self. Radio is just a platform to springboard to other things. Like Charlemagne was a radio head.
Yeah.
Now he's on MTV with the Guy Code and Catfish, and he's someone, again, he inspires me every day. Being able to work with Charlemagne is a blessing in itself.
Yes, I want to talk about, your days at Power 105, how you're around greatness. Pure greatness. It's
humbling to the utmost extent. So when you say your favorite personality, I'm like, yo, fam, listen, I work with Angie Martinez. I'm not nobody's favorite. You know what I mean? They may mess with me a little bit. But favorite? Yeah. I'm not too sure. But like I said, it's blessing. It's a blessing. And it's humbling working with those guys because, like I said, you see the work ethic they got. And it's a lot of things that you don't get to see because you don't see Angie an hour before her show getting things done. You don't see Envy an hour before his show looking up new music or Charlemagne looking for Donkey of the Day and Angela Yee getting calls about this one did this. Like, it's a lot that goes into being, like, well, I call them radio royalty. Like, they're on a platform that you can't really touch right now.
Yeah, you're right. And if you could narrow it down to 3, 8 years, you've been around a lot of celebrities, you witnessed a lot, and I know it was a lot of fun. Top 3 favorite moments.
Top 3 favorite moments. When Michael Jackson died. I was up there, Malika Millette was there, and we were watching TMZ because they had first reported it. And we didn't want to go on with TMZ because TMZ wasn't, at that time, wasn't credible enough to go on with. And we were sitting there, we were flipping through channels, waiting to see if someone else was gonna report it. And happenstance, CNN was there. As she was turning on the mic, and she said, "Stop." Boom. And then she turned the mic on, we turned off everything, and she just said, "We'd like to report New York City, Michael Jackson just died, blah, blah, blah." And then she had to stay because I was her board up. I stayed with her. We did stories with Clue. Clue was reminiscing about the times he had seen Mike. We played a whole bunch
nothing but
Michael records. It was that was something I'll never forget.
Because you felt it in the studio. Like,
oh, it was huge. It was a big moment. And then when Whitney died, I was on the air in Philly.
Okay.
I was doing weekends in Philly for a while, and when Whitney died, it was like everybody had been talking about it. She was really sick, and my PD was like, "We're gonna change everything. Whitney's going into cardiac arrest or whatever it is, and you got to report about it." She was like, "Have a somber voice," and I was nervous. It was my first radio job by myself, so I was up there when they said I had to turn the music down, get real serious, and
report.
Second time, and Ray J, the Breakfast Club, Ray J. Because I was there when I was like, yo, and like you said, in radio, you'll never see the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
They were like, yo, we got to go live with Ray J. And I'm the one that gets in trouble if it goes over the air. He starts cursing and this and this and that.
Oh, because I'm in control. And things like that. Okay.
Fam, okay. I'm like, Envy, don't do it. He's like, we're going on air. I'm like, yo, chill. He's like, yo, we got Ray J. I'm looking at him. Chill. He goes, Ray. He goes, I'm like, yo, chill. And he's like, Tri-State Ray J, we will be right back. It was the greatest tease in radio history. The meters was crazy, ratings was amazing, but that was something I'll never get. Ray J lost his mind.
He said, "I'm gonna get my homies on his bumper." I remember the exact.
Crazy.
I heard you say in an interview once that New York doesn't build stars. You gotta become a star.
Absolutely.
Which I agree. But as you said that, I started to think like, who came up out of New York and like ASAP and Nicki, but I see what you're saying. Explain to the people what exactly you mean when you say that.
I don't know if it's just New York, but it seems as if for you to be a superstar in New York, you would have to get your cosign somewhere else. Whether
True.
it's 50 Cent and Eminem co-signing him and Dr. Dre co-signing him for him to be the biggest artist in New York. Whether, like you said, Nicki Minaj getting a big co-sign down south with Wayne. Whether it's Waka Flocka getting a co-sign down south for Gucci Mane. You can't. It does. And even what's his name, French Montana.
Yeah.
He had to go down south. Ross had to co-sign him.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like New York loves New York. Like if I tell you I'm from Queens, you're like, all right, nigga, I'm from Brooklyn, so.
Yeah,
Like
the unity is lacking.
It just seems like New York just doesn't love New York, and they don't build stars. Like ASAP, nothing against ASAP Rocky and the Mom. It's just if he goes out of town and comes back, he'll be a bigger celebrity because they'll respect it more. New York is I can't put my finger on it per se, but it just seems like you got to get a cosign out of town before we love you back home, and that's just so foul to me.
Now, if you could give a Hip Hop Achievement Award to anybody who you felt is underrated, who would you give it to?
Hip Hop Achievement Award,
or it could even be an achievement award to anybody outside of hip hop, just someone that you think is overrated and deserves some.
I would give it to the show 106 and Park.
Oh, yes.
I think
that's a great answer.
Getting rid of 106 and Park is going to be a real detriment to the hip hop community. I understand that videos and that format isn't what pulls ratings, but I think the fact that you used to get celebrities and artists used to pass by that couch and used to sit there, you needed to hear from them every once in a while. I think that was something that hip hop will lose.
Yeah, definitely.
Somehow,
it was like a media stop. You know,
Absolutely.
when you're doing press. And when I was watching the final episode, Wale, he was so emotional about it. If you remember, he came on there and he was like, nah, he was I don't know, like he just was being really emotional. He was like, you trying to take this away from us now. I don't want to believe this. I don't want to believe this. Like he felt that way.
Because as a kid, I'm pretty sure Wale grew up watching
that was his,
people
yeah.
come up on that couch.
And then you come up and you're there. That's a part of history.
I woke up late. I was going to go try out for 106 and Park.
Oh, wow.
When Terrence J, it was after AJ and them had finished.
Been perfect
and I went there. My teacher at the time, he got the email he sent me. He was like, I'll make sure you get first on the list and da-da-da. I was so excited. I was like,
yeah.
AJ, nigga, let me get a little chick like free next to me, fam. You listen, 106, man, what? So I went out that night, got super drunk, and overslept.
Oh, wow.
Don't get too excited when you get those things, kids, because you're going to mess up.
Doing an Instagram analyst, I see that you're a very positive guy.
Have to be, man.
You
a lot of negativity out here.
It is. You gotta, be plus. And I see that you hashtag don't be good, don't be great. And I just love that. And I just want you to give some advice for people out there who are scared to give up the good for the great and scared to chase their dreams and act on them.
See, that's something I can't fathom. As not chasing your dream, like
doesn't make sense to me.
I can't even.
But there's
understand
people
that.
out there who
don't
believe in themselves.
That's the thing. You have to believe in yourself 100%. Before I got into radio, I was doing electrical work. I was making almost $1,000 a week doing electrical work, side jobs, breaking my back. But I kind of was good at it,
Yeah.
And it was an income. Like I could, if I was still in electrical work now, I could have my own company by this time. Who knows where my life could have sent me.
Yeah.
As I was interning. As I was working and interning, my boss said to me, yo, you're missing too many hours. I need someone that's here. Like, you're going to have to choose between this internship. Mind you, an internship. I wasn't even
unpaid.
I wasn't even getting paid yet. You have to choose between this internship and this job here. I was like, fam, you want 2 weeks now? Or you want me to leave now? Because you can't even ask me to put my dreams on the back burner for this job. Like, I respect you and I understand, but I'm not going to put my dreams on the back burner for a job. I can't. This is a career I'm chasing right
Yes.
So he shook my hand. He goes,
Ooh.
nah, I'll give you till Friday. You get your paycheck. But if things don't work out, you always have a job here. I was like, all right, cool. Thank you. I was like, keep the radio on.
Oh, yeah.
Keep the radio.
Yeah.